Hello students. So in the last class we saw the schematic test circuit and the pre-layout simulation of inverter. Now we are going to do the schematic and simulation for the common source amplifier. The procedures are almost same as the we did for the inverter, only few specifications will be changed. Okay, so let's start. So first I will open the terminal. Then what we did that time, we created a folder, but this time I am going to use the same folder, so I will not create the folder, I will directly go and enter into the folder. So CD, I hope you remember, CD is for CD space to enter into any folder. Okay, so the folder name was Raj, CD space Raj, enter. So this shows that we are into the folder Raj. Then next command CSH, enter. Then next command is source space slash home slash install slash CSHRC, enter. Okay, after this we are going to type virtuoso space ampersand, enter. Okay, so after some time our this virtuoso window will be open. Okay, just that. After that we are going to do file, new. Okay, now here we are going to create a new library. Okay, in the same folder Raj we are going to create a new library whose name is, let's say I am going to do for common source. So let's say com underscore source, this will be my library name, com underscore source. I will remove one m, yes, com underscore source. Then here attach to an existing technology library. Okay, this position we have done already for the inverter, just kind of revision. Okay, then here we are going to select GPDK 180. Okay, okay, so our library is created. Now we are going to create this cell. So file, new, cell view. We are going to choose our library which is com underscore source. Okay, let's say if I give a name here CSA, which is for common source amplifier, cell name. Okay, take the NMOS and PMOS, create instance, or we can press I, which is shown here, browse. Now in the library we are going to take our MOS devices from GPDK 180. From here for common source, first I will take the PMOS, close, and here we can give the specification for PMOS. Okay, so the L will be fixed 180 nanometer. Here width we are going to change to 50. So just change the 50, other places will take automatically. Okay, hide, and we place it here. Okay, kept. Similarly we will take, press I, browse, we will take NMOS now. So in the same library GPDK 180 we are going to take NMOS. In the symbol view, close. Now the width of the NMOS we are going to take as 10 micrometer. Height and place it below the PMOS and escape. Okay, now you can zoom and see. Now the pins we are going to take, we can take wire first also, but let us take wire at one at same time. So for pen, I'll press P. Then first I will take all the input pins. So what are the input pins? We need one input voltage. Okay. For biasing, we need one bias voltage. Let's say V bias. Okay. Then power supply VDD and negative power supply VSS. So these are the input pins required for the common source amplifier. So we'll hide it. Now let's connect one by one. First V in, the next is V bias, then VDD. We press R to rotate. This everything I have explained in the inverter video. Then VSS, again R to rotate here. Okay, now we are going to take again pin for output. So direction is output. Let's say the name is V out. Okay, hide and we'll paste here. Okay, now we'll press escape. Now we are going to take wire, so I'll press W to the keyboard. I'll connect it properly after that. So all connections are okay. Our schematic is ready. Here we will do for check and save this place. So we can see there is no error. Okay, this can be verified by this Virtuoso. So you can see here com_source CSS schematic saved, schematic check completed with no errors. Okay, again for the more clarity, let me introduce the error. Let me remove this wire. Now if I do check and save, it will show one warning. Okay, this yellow, you can see this here, this yellow represent the warning. Let us see in the Virtuoso here, there are 0 errors, 1 warning found in com_source CSS schematic. What is the warning? Pin V out floating input. Okay. Now check and save. Okay. Now we can see that our schematic is ready. Now using this schematic we are going to make the symbol. So for that, create cell view, from cell view. So let it be same, library name, cell name, schematic, everything is same. Here it will ask that in your symbol how you are going to place the pins. So left side let me have V in, okay, right side let me have V out, and then top let me have VDD, and bottom let me have V bias and space VSS. So in the left V in, right V out, top VDD, left and bottom it will have two pins, V bias and VSS. Okay. While zooming out, some disturbances are coming like this, so I'll make it zoom out, then make it less to have a clear picture. Yes, so you can see that here we have V in left, okay, right V out, top VDD, and bottom V bias and VSS. If I zoom, you can see, but as I told, while zooming it's showing some other things, small particles also getting zoomed, so ignore that. You can see, okay. Now we are going to, other things are, we can directly use this symbol, but as I told in last class, optional, we can delete this to have a better, and this also we can delete, and I can write this, select this, right click, edit text, okay, I can write here CSA, which stands for common source amplifier. These are the purely optional, okay. So simple, right, select, right click, CSA. So this symbol we are going to call for our test circuit. Let's check and save. So you can see no error. What optionally we can do? Create selection box, automatic. So you can see one automatic selection box is created, which we deleted the first time because other things are there. So this we can do optionally if you want to do it. Then check and save. Now again I am repeating, you should nothing you should do inside this selection box. Whatever you are doing, a wire, pin, sources and all should not touch this selection box. Okay, so our schematic is ready and our symbol is ready. Now we are going to create the test band, so we can close this. In fact, this can also be closed. Now open the main virtual log window, file, new. So another cell we are going to create. So in the same library, common source, we are going to create another cell. So this cell is already created. So to avoid the overwrite, I will give a new name, CSA underscore test. This we are going to create. Here we are going to create our test circuit. So we will call our symbol. So we know where the symbol are. Create instance, or simply press I. Symbol is in the library com underscore source, okay, cell. So this symbol we are going to create. You can keep right side and see, yes, this you want, okay. So close, hide, and we are going to paste it here, okay, and escape. So here we are going to create our test circuit, okay. So first we will take all the sources. So let's press I, browse. Now first V in, we want a sine wave. For input V in, we want a sine wave. So that will be in which library? Like in inverter, all this will be in the library analog lib. Okay, we'll go to analog lib. First we'll take the V sin. So we can type here V sin. For input I am going to take a sine wave. So V sin is selected here. Symbol this side. So you can see this side symbol is coming. Close, hide, and here we will paste. Okay, while selecting only we can change the values, or after selecting also, suppose this escape it, I will click. So after selecting, I can go to right click, properties, and again the same thing will be open. Here I can change the values, like what values I want for sine wave. Okay, I want AC magnitude to be 1 volt, no need to write V, it's automatic. Okay, DC voltage I want 0. Okay, offset voltage also I want 0. Okay, amplitude 5 millivolt. So 5 small m. Frequency 1 kilohertz. 1k. It will take other things automatically. Okay, so this is what I want my sine wave to be. Okay, next I want that VDD, okay, and V bias. VDD and V bias both are a DC value of 2.5 volt each. So press I, browse, and log lib. Here I will take VDC, close. Okay, what is the value? Value is 2.5 volt. Hide. Okay, so first is I want here for VDD, press R for rotating. Same value I will take as V bias also, because bias provides the biasing voltage, which is again same, plus 2.5. So let me put it here. Okay, now VSS, it is again the VDC, but it is minus 2.5. Okay, so same thing here. I will take here VDC here, symbol, means you can go from the browse also, but it's already taken, so I'm using that. Close, DC voltage minus 2.5 volt. Okay, hide, and I will place it here. Okay, now I want one ground. Without ground the circuit will not be completed. So browse and log lab, we are going to put GND, close, hide. Okay, so one ground for Vcin, one ground for V bias, one ground for VSS, one ground for VDC or VDD, escape. Now we want these all values we are giving at V output. We are going to measure the value. Okay, so press P for measurement. We want pin, so press P. Okay, V out, make sure that name you are giving same. Already it is in the output direction. Okay, if not we have to change it, but since already it is in output direction, so no need to change. Hide and press the P here, escape. Now we will take a wire and connect it properly. So I press W. So connect all the appropriate wires. All are connected, all wires. Now go for check and save to check any error. Okay, so there is one warning we are getting. Let us see what is the warning. So we'll go to the what's here. What is that? There is zero error on one phone. What is the pin minus on instant V3 floating input output? Okay, so minus on V3 showing floating input output. So let's zoom. Okay, this is V3. Yes, you can say that this is floating. Okay, so what simply we will press delete in our keyboard. Okay, press delete and click here. It will be deleted. And now we know what to do. We are going to take the wire and connect it. Let us say again, check and save. 2 warning now. Okay, let us see what are the warnings. Oh, this is gone. You can see that this. So I here analog leaf, we are going to take vsin value, close. Okay, we have to give all the values again. So let us give, you know that what are the values. First is AC magnitude, which is 1, it will take 1 volt. DC voltage 0 volt. Okay, and then we have offset voltage 0, amplitude 5 millivolt, frequency 1 kilohertz. Just write 1k hertz, it will take automatically. Okay, these are the values we are going to give, height and place it. Let us see whether it's placed properly or not. So go check and save. Yes, now there is no error. So our test circuit is ready. On this circuit we are going to apply our DC response, AC response and transient response. So first we will go for the transient response. So for that what we need to do, launch, same procedure as we did for the inverter. ADEL, then you can go for directly, you can click here or analysis, choose. Both are the same thing. So in transient response, stop time. Okay, it means it will start from 0 where you want it to stop. Like in the case of inverter, we take some 100 nano. Here we are going to take a larger value. Okay, so let us give 5 millisecond. 5 millisecond. Okay, no need to write second, it will take automatically. Here we want moderate accuracy and apply. So you can say that here it is applied. Transient 0 to 5. Now go for DC response. For DC response, what we need? First we'll do same as inverter, save DC operating point, select it. Okay, then we select the component parameter. So this will appear, select component. Here we are going to select our input source, which is Vin, which is Vsin. So we click here and we are going to select DC, VDC, DC voltage, select OK. So in this window we can say it is automatically selected. Now sweep range, start from where we want to stop and start. So DC we are starting at -5 and stop at +5. Okay, it's -5 volt to +5 volt. And sweep type, let it be automatic, apply. So you can see that in ADEL window DC also came. Now AC response. Now this AC response we did not do for the inverter because inverter was not amplifier. AC response we do for the amplifiers to find out the frequency response. It means gain versus frequency curve. So this is one extra as compared to the inverter. So in this we will learn how to do the select the response for AC. So select this AC response. Now what the variable I want? It means what is the X value, X axis. I want frequency. Okay. Now sweep range means from which frequency to which frequency I want. So let us do for 150 hertz. So if I don't write anything, it's automatically 150 hertz. Stop. Let me do till 100 megahertz. So I'll write 100 capital M, which is for 100 megahertz. Okay. Now here sweep type, in which type we want. Normally means it will take normal bit, but you know that frequency response we take logarithmic. So automatic and logarithmic. Now it will ask for the what is the point per decade. So we are going to select 20 dB per decade. So just write 20 dB per decade, it will take automatically and apply. So you can see that here. So all the inputs are selected. Now it is time to select the output. So same as inverter, we are going to do outputs to be plotted, select on design. What we did there, same thing we'll do here also. Then select the input pin, click the input pin, also click the output pin. Okay, so if you see here, we can see here V out net 3. This value net 3, net 4, net 5 given by the system, we do not have any control on that. Okay, so net 3 and V out all are selected. Now what we do, simulation, netlist and run, or simply we can press this button here directly. Let us do that. So let's wait for some time. If everything well, it will show here. Okay, now you can see responses. Okay, what you can do is select and here split current strip, we can slip. Similarly, this also we can do. Now to make it clear, let us change here transient response. Right click on transient response and the graph properties. Let me change the background color to another color to have a better idea. Let me have white. Okay, so now you can see properly. Also this V out, okay, we can right click, we can go for here style solid. So you can see that solid came. Similarly for net 3, which is input, right click, type style solid. Now we can see it. What else we can do? We can change the thickness also. Right click here. Okay, width, it is thin, we can go for medium or thick. Okay, like this you can see, but I think thin was better. So you can see common source amplifier, the output you can always this drag to get. Okay, so no need to do that. It is merged now. Okay, you can always play with this V out top, V in here. Okay, so let's have this width medium, net 3 also width medium. Okay, similar way we can do for all those things, right? So in a similar way, now you can see clearly the transient response, DC response and AC response. So this is the pre-layout simulation. Now the symbol we created for this will be used for the op-amp. Okay, that we'll see when we'll do the op-amp. So I hope you understood this. So that is the end of the simulation. So this is the half still layout is remaining, but this is for this part only I have done the simulation. Okay, so that's it. I'm ending the lecture here. Thank you very much.